George. Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK. Here in Canary Wharf at the Fisher versus Allen 2 press conference with George Liddard. How you doing?
Liddard. I'm good. I'm excited, to be honest. This part of the fight camp makes me happy, you know. All the hard work's done, and now I get to do what I do best: smile and entertain everyone.
To be fair, you're looking sharp as well.
Thank you. You know, listen, don't have a suit on today because I'm not headlining, but you know, I have to still show up.
You
nice
still
and
got to
smart.
show up, and I think one of them some little Gucci loafers on.
What can I say? Just the subtle bits, you know, the subtle bits.
I hear you.
Zara from head to toe, but put a little Gucci on the sliders, on the loafers.
Taxman better start.
That's why I bought them. Better on my feet.
So listen, you're out on Saturday night against Aaron Sutton.
Yeah.
Is it British title eliminator?
British title eliminator, yeah.
Sorry, one sec. There's people that. Sorry. No worries.
Yeah, British title eliminator.
Yeah, so you're out for the British title eliminator. Aaron Sutton, 19-1. First kind of big stage for him. So I reckon he's probably gonna come to
100%. That's what I say.
Backside.
Look, he's 19-1. It's his first time on a big stage. He's going to be here to try and impress, and this is for him. Is his big opportunity. So I'm not taking nothing for granted, and I just look forward to getting in there on the night and doing the job.
I remember from last time that we spoke, you always kind of approach camps like they're title fights, don't you?
Always. This for me is my British title fight. If I don't win this, that British title fight doesn't happen. So for me, this is as good as a British title fight. You know, I've got to train just as diligently, just as hard. So, but I'm excited. You know, I'll put everything into this camp. You know, I'll push my body to new limits, and I can't wait to show it all off Saturday night.
I understand that you guys down the gym, obviously, you're like workhorses. The level of, let's just say, you guys can dig deep because you've put in the work. Sure. I heard the training is crazy.
100%.
But also, is it good to have a tiny bit of fear that you might lose, that that opportunity might slip out of your hands, and so that kind of gives you that little bit of extra impetus?
For sure. I think anyone that says they have no fear of losing, and the thing for me is the fear of being average, and I spoke about this today already. I don't want to be an average fighter. I want to be one of the best. So for me, part of that is not losing. I mean, keep beating whoever they put in front of me. So yeah, there's obviously that fear, but I don't look at it as a fear of losing. I look at it as just the fear of not reaching my full potential. Do you know what I'm saying? So I try not to focus too much on the loss. You know, I go into every fight, I'm going to win. So that confidence, but also at the same time that fear of being average. That's what keeps me going through camp. That's what gets me through the dark times, gets me through the hard times. And we're here looking good on fight week, and I genuinely cannot wait. I'm excited for this fight. I had a good little rest after the last one, and you know, I pushed my body to the limit, so just really excited.
I like the sound of that, actually. The fear of being kind of mediocre. That wasn't the word, but yeah. Sorry, there's loads of people talking in the background. But yeah, to be fair, that was me being negative. I like your way of thinking, actually. Not the fear of loss, it's the fear of kind of being mediocre.
100%.
And that keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I in my head, I cannot ever accept that another man is better than me. I just cannot. And I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know what to call that. It's just pride, you know, pride. And as long as I keep performing the way I am and working the way I am and believing the way I am, I don't think another man will be.
And on top of that, obviously you come out of the Matchroom gym, there's a load of fresh new faces in there as well.
It's getting like rowdy in here.
Getting old rowdy. I think, yeah, a load of fresh faces. Everybody's kind of winning, which obviously also kind of puts a little bit of energy in the old, I was going to say the old tail, but I was trying to think of a polite way of saying it, but you know what I mean.
There's definitely a good sort of energy in camp, you know. Connor had an amazing fight against Eubank a few weeks back, and although he didn't get the win, nothing to be disappointed about. They put on a fight for the ages, and you know, he left it all out there. So like we always say in our gym, we're 15-round fighters. We train more than what we need to. We train past it, because when those times get tough and we have to dig deep, you're going to see who can bring it out of them and who can't. And you know, there's only one way to get that dog in you, and that's just by going through the trenches, you know. And that's what we do in camp, to make sure that on the night there's no second doubts in our head, anything, you know. We're ready. Yeah,
you guys fight easy. Talking about Conor Benn, I mean, were you surprised? I mean, I know you're obviously in the gym with him week in, week out, so you will see things that we don't see, but were you surprised that he had that much of a dog in him? Because people started to kind of doubt him a little bit. on top of the fact that he dealt with all of the, let's say, backlash, the accusations,
100%.
yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't shock me because I see what we go through in the gym. You know, we all go through it, and he's one of the hardest grafters I've seen in the gym. You know, so it didn't surprise me at all. You know, I think if you come from our gym and you work with Tony and you do the mornings like we do the mornings, uncomfortable hours, you got that dog in you. You got that dog in you, and you know, I haven't had a chance. I maybe had a chance to show it in the last fight a little bit, but you know, I'm sure it's going to come out more at some point in my career.
Well, listen, I believe. Oh, it's getting exciting. No, I believe that the momentum that you're making through your career and just the fact off the back of being around all of those people. Just lastly, though, the Conor Benn versus Eubank Jr. 2, apparently, allegedly. Do you know any secrets?
I'll be honest, I'd love to be able to tell you I do, but I don't. I know as much as everyone else, so yeah, we'll see. It'd be great to see that fight made. You know, I think such a close fight the first time. Be good to see what happens in the second. Listen,
I really like the way that your career is going at the minute. You're looking absolutely special. I wish you all the luck Saturday night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. See you soon.